The challenge of our time is to reconnect ourselves back into that world and see the repercussions of what we're doing. And nothing illustrates the issue better than the meal that I just sat down today. You all sat here and chowed down on farmed salmon, and obviously you don't give a shit about what you're putting into your body. You know what a farmed salmon is? It's filled with toxic chemicals. You know, where does the food that you feed your salmon? I know Tasmanian salmon. Those are not Tasmanian salmon. Those are Atlantic salmon that are brought and raised in cages in Tasmania. When you feed a salmon, you got to feed it fish because it's a carnivore. What carnivore on land do we grow for meat? That would be like saying, I want to eat lion and tiger meat, so I'm going to grow lions and tigers and feed them chickens, pigs, and goats. I mean, that's crazy. Better to eat the chickens, pigs, and goats. But salmon? No, we don't even think another thing of it. Where do you think the feed comes from for Tasmanian salmon? Well, it's the herring, anchovies, and sardines that huge ships are taking off the coast of South America, where Indians now are starving because their food fish are being depleted by international fisheries. When you render down these fish into pellets, you concentrate whatever's in them. Then you feed the pellets to the salmon, and you concentrate what's in the pellets. So if you check those salmon, they're filled with dioxin, PCBs, Dieldrin, Teflon, Malachite Green. You can go down the list, and that's what you just put into your bodies. You know, and you know, when you feed salmon pellets, the flesh comes out gray. You wouldn't eat a salmon that was gray. A week before they're to go to the market, the seller comes to the buyer with a fan of colors from bright red to yellow and says, what color do you want your salmon? You choose, and they feed it a dye the last week, so the nice orange color you ate is the dye they fed the fish. I'm not even going to talk about the ecological consequences of growing these carnivores in open net pens where sea lice and disease now are spreading to the wild fish in the neighborhood, and all of the buildup of feces under these net pens. The act of consuming that salmon has repercussions that go far beyond this room, that go around the world. But we live in a world in which these connections are shattered and we don't see them any longer.